Hi friends, it's Miss Ann from Herrick District Library. I am very glad that you could join me for preschool story time today. So let's get started with some letters, shall we? Have our alphabet here. Now these, friends, we've been looking mostly at the uppercase or the big letters. These are our lowercase or our little letters. Grown-ups, about 95% of text is actually little letters, so we definitely need to make sure we're practicing recognizing these lowercase letters as well as our capital letters. Friends, we're going to sing the alphabet to the tune of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. We're going to sing it forward and backwards. Ready? Follow along. I know you can do it. Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I've sung my ABCs. Next time, sing them backwards with me. Ready? We've practiced this a couple times probably. Here we go. Z, Y, X, W, B, U, T, S, R, Q, P, O, N, M, L, K, J, I, H, G, whoops, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. Now I've sung my Z, Y, X's, but that's not what you expected. Great job following along, everyone. Oh, but I can't put our letters away yet because we're going to talk about one special letter today in story time. And let's see if you can guess what this letter is by listening to the sound it makes. This letter makes the sound n, 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 n. Anybody have any idea? Letter N. So we are going to be listening for that n sound while we're doing story time today. So one of the first words that I thought of when I was thinking about words that start with the n sound was the word numbers. And numbers and letters are different, right? They're different, but numbers are super important to practice too. So I wanted to teach you a fun little number song, and we're going to practice counting. We can count like this, or we can count like this. We like to do both in story time. They strengthen different muscles in our hands to get us ready to write. So friends, I'm going to have you show me your numbers. We're going to start with 1 and we're going to go up to 5. And then I'm going to mix it up and I'm going to see if you can show me the numbers that I tell you, even if they're not in order. You ready? Show me your 1. 1. You've got your 1. You've got your 1. Show me your 2. 2. You've got your 2. You've got your 2. Show me your 3. 3. You've got your 3. You've got your 3. Show me your 4. 4. You've got your 4. You've got your 4. Show me your 5. 5. You've got your 5. You've got your 5. Great job. Now, friends, I'm going to just say a number and see if you can show me how many fingers that is. You ready? Show me your 3. 3. You've got your 3. You've got your 3. We can do 3 like this or like this, of course, because it's 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. They're both 3, right? How about show me your 5? You've got your 5. You've got your 5. Show me your 2. 2. You've got your 2. You've got your 2. Show me your nose. Is nose a number? Nose isn't a number. But you know what it does have? It starts with the n sound, right? Grown-ups, much like when we learn our alphabet, we learn it by memorization. And when we count, we also learn that by memorization. So we need to make sure that we practice that this represents 1, this represents 2, or this represents 2, and actually have tactile and visual cues to associate with those numbers. So it's kind of a fun one. And you can go all the way up to 10, of course, or if you want to come up with another way to play this game, you can draw your numbers. You can draw your numbers. Have somebody ask you what number to draw, and you can draw that. But it's fun to try and do it out of order and see if we can remember which number goes with which action. So I have another N word, and this is a fun little rhyme. It's about some. I'm going to show you a picture. What is that? It's a nail, right? Nail starts with the sound, right? So this little rhyme it's another one for exercising our fingers. This is called 5 Little Nails. So we're going to pretend that our fingers are nails, and we're going to pretend our other hand is a hammer. We're going to be very gentle because we don't want to hurt our fingers, but we're going to pound our nails down, and we're going to do a little more counting with numbers. Ready? So can I see your 5 little nails? Good job. This is how this rhyme goes. 5 little nails standing straight and steady. Here I come with my hammer ready. Bam, 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 1 nail goes down. Now there are only, how many nails? 4 nails to pound. Good job. Let's do it again. 4 little nails standing straight and steady. Here I come with my hammer ready. Bam, 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 1 nail goes down. Now there are only 3 nails to pound, right? Let's do it again. We're gonna pound all of these nails down. Here we go. 3 little nails standing straight and steady. Here I come with my hammer ready. Bam, 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 1 nail goes down. Now there are only 2 nails to pound, right? 2 little nails standing straight and steady. Here I come with my hammer ready. Bam, 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 1 nail goes down. Now there's only 1 little nail to pound. 1 little nail standing straight and steady. Here I come with my hammer ready. Bam, 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 that nail goes down. Now there are no little nails to pound. Great job, everyone. That gave my hand a workout. I'm not used to putting my fingers down like that. It made these 2 fingers work really hard. Friends, next, I wanted to sing a fun song with you. This song is called, listen for the N sound, Down in the Jungle Where Nobody Goes. There are actually a few N's in there. Sometimes they're a little harder to hear when they're at the end or in the middle of a word, but the word down and the word in and the word jungle all have the N sound in them. But the word that starts with the N sound, I bet you can tell me, down in the jungle where nobody goes. Nobody. Good job. We're going to be singing about some funny, funny animals, and they are going to be doing some washing. They're going to be washing all different things. We are going to be listening for rhymes in this song, friends. So rhymes are words that sound alike, especially at the end. So words like look and book, or cat and hat. They sound the same, even if the beginning doesn't sound the same. So I'm going to show you pictures of our animals, and then I'm going to tell you rhyming word, what word we're trying to rhyme, and we're going to see if you can guess what the rhyming words might be. And then the chorus of this song is rub a dub, a rub a dub dub, rub a dub, a rub a dub dub, rub a dub, a dub a dub dub. That's the way he washes whatever we're washing. The grown-ups, you might recognize this tune. This is to the tune of Three Little Fishies. Let's get started, shall we? Let's see what our first animal is. Who's that? So this we're going to say, down in the jungle where nobody goes, there's a great big elephant washing his, what rhymes with goes? That's part of the elephant's body. Nose. Nose rhymes with goes, and so does toes. So you can decide if you want your elephant to wash his nose or his toes. Let's sing through this one, and we're going to pretend to wash some toes. I think I'm going to wash some toes. So let's get started. Down in the jungle where nobody goes, there's a great big elephant washing his toes with a rub-a-dub here and a rub-a-dub there. That's the way he washes his toes. This is the part we talked about. Rub-a-dub, a rub-a-dub-dub. Rub-a-dub, a rub-a-dub-dub. Don't forget between your toes. Rub-a-dub, a rub-a-dub-dub. That's the way he washes his toes. Great job. Let's see what animal we have next. Who's this? It's a tiger. And in our song, we're going to call it a stripy tiger, just like we had a great big elephant. This is a stripy tiger. And this tiger is going to be washing her hair. It's very silly, I know. So this is down in the jungle where nobody's there. There's a stripy tiger washing her. There's that rhyming word, her hair, right? Here we go. Down in the jungle where nobody's there, there's a stripy tiger washing her hair with a rub-a-dub here, a rub-a-dub there. That's the way she washes her hair. Rub-a-dub, a rub-a-dub-dub, rub-a-dub, a rub-a-dub-dub, rub-a-dub, a rub-a-dub-dub. That's the way she washes her hair. Next animal. I gave you the last rhyming word. Let's see if you can figure out this one. Here's, oh, look how cute. There's a little monkey. We're going to call him a cheeky monkey. It means he's a little bit naughty. He's a cheeky monkey. And we're going to say, down in the jungle, if you look in the trees, there's a cheeky monkey washing his, trees. What rhymes with trees? You see? That's his knees. So we've got a, down in the jungle, if you look in the trees, we've got a cheeky monkey washing his knees. Here we go. Down in the jungle, if you look in the trees, there's a cheeky monkey washing his knees with a rub-a-dub here, a rub-a-dub there. That's the way he washes his knees. Rub-a-dub, a rub-a-dub-dub, rub-a-dub, a rub-a-dub-dub, rub-a-dub, a rub-a-dub-dub. That's the way he washes his knees. Let's see what animal's next. Ooh, look how pretty. This is, friends, this is a jaguar. This is a jaguar. And so we're going to say, down in the jungle, if you look lots and lots, there's a beautiful jaguar washing his, what do you think might rhyme with lots that a jaguar has? Lots. Spots. So we're going to say there's a beautiful jaguar washing his spots. You ready? Down in the jungle, if you look lots and lots, there's a beautiful jaguar washing his spots with a rub-a-dub here, a rub-a-dub there. That's the way he washes his spots. Now, jaguars have spots all over them, right? A rub-a-dub, a rub-a-dub-dub, rub-a-dub, a rub-a-dub-dub, rub-a-dub, a rub-a-dub-dub. That's the way he washes his spots. Good job. Got one more animal I'd like to sing about. We're going to sing Down at the River. So not the jungle this time. There's a river in the jungle. If you look underneath, there's crocodile, right? We're going to say she's a bumpy, grumpy, because bumpy and grumpy rhyme, right? Crocodile brushing her teeth. She does have a lot of teeth to brush, doesn't she? Take a long time to brush all those teeth. So down by the river, if you look underneath, there's a grumpy, bumpy crocodile brushing her teeth. You ready? Down by the river, if you look underneath, there's a bumpy, grumpy crocodile brushing her teeth with a rub-a-dub here, a rub-a-dub there. That's the way she brushes her teeth. A rub-a-dub, a rub-a-dub-dub, rub-a-dub, a rub-a-dub-dub, rub-a-dub, a rub-a-dub-dub. Oh, she brushes her teeth. Great job, everyone. Thank you for rhyming with me. Grown-ups and kiddos, this is such a fun song. I made up a bunch of different verses for this song. There were a lot of verses that were already made up, but you can put in all different animals and all different rhyming words. It's a really fun one to play with. So, it's time to figure out what I have in my what is it bag. This is kind of an unusual one, I think. So it starts with our letter sound for the day. Does anyone remember what our letter sound today is? The N sound, right? Let's sing our song, and then I'll try to give you a couple clues to see if you can guess what might be in here. What is it? What is it? What is it? Do you know? What is it? What is it? Can you tell me so? So friends, this is a kind of creature who lives in the water, and it's kind of unusual looking. This is what part of its body looks like. And I bet a lot of you might be thinking that this looks like a unicorn. Does the word unicorn start with the n sound? It ends with the n sound. Let's see who this is. Does anyone know what this animal is called? This is called a narwhal. Narwhal starts with the n sound. And it looks like it has a big unicorn horn, doesn't it? Funny thing is, friends, this is actually a big, long tooth on a narwhal. Do any of you know anything about narwhals that you can tell me? They swim. They look a little bit like whales, don't they? With a big, long tooth on the front. Look a little bit like whales. They swim. What else? They're kind of interesting looking, aren't they? They're unusual, very unusual looking animals. Got a tail back there that looks a lot like a whale's tail and a face that looks like a lot like a whale. But this definitely doesn't look like a whale tooth, does it? No. I actually learned a lot of interesting things about narwhals when I was preparing for this story time. I learned that a narwhal's tooth can actually grow to be 10 feet long. Have your grown-ups help you figure out how long 10 feet long is. It's huge, huge. I also learned, friends, that narwhals only live in cold water, so they only live in very cold oceans and seas. And I also learned that narwhals change color as they get older. So when they're born, they are kind of blue and bluish gray. When they are sort of kids and teenagers, then they are bluish black. When they're grown-ups, they're mostly gray, and really, really old narwhals are mostly white, which I thought was very interesting. So guessing by that, I think that he looks pretty kind of blue and black, I think. So I'm guessing that maybe this is kind of a kid-aged narwhal, a kid or a teenage narwhal. Friends, thank you for learning about narwhals with me. I found them very interesting, and I was excited to learn lots of new things about them. And if you can believe it, my friends, it's time to say goodbye to story time for today. Let's do our closing rhyme, our wave high, wave low. Ready? Wave high, way up high, wave low. I think it's time we've got to go. Wave your elbows. Wave your toes. Wave your tongue. And wave your nose. Wave your knees. Wave your lips. Blow a kiss with fingertips. Wave your ears. Wave your hair. Wave your belly. And your derriere. What's your derriere? It's your bottom. Wave your bottom. Wave your chin. And wave your eyes. And wave your hand. And say goodbye. Thanks so much for joining me for Storytime, friends. We will see you next time.